The first time she was seen, there was no hesitation, just a quiet certainty that she was meant to be part of something better. Even with wires holding her broken jaw together and a muzzle wrapped around her face, there was a light in her eyes. Her tail wagged. Her body moved with joy, even though it was clear she was hurting. Beneath all the bandages and pain, she still carried so much love. Her story was a mystery. No one knew exactly where she came from or what had happened to her. Most likely, she had been astray, alone on the streets, and struck by a car. The injuries spoke for themselves. A crushed jaw, deep bruises, wounds left untreated. But what stood out the most wasn't the damage. It was her spirit. She never growled. She never backed away. Even as she healed, she looked at every face with trust. When she arrived at her new home, her body was still fragile. She was introduced to Duke, a gentle dog with kind eyes. From the very first moment, something clicked between them. Even with the gate separating them, they were all wagging tails and soft eyes. But because of her injuries, it wasn't safe for them to be together right away. The fence had to stay up. Still, they pressed their noses through the gaps, trying to be as close as they could. Every whine and every paw tap said the same thing. They wanted to be near each other. For 3 days, the two dogs lived side by side, separated but always watching. The cries between the gate became harder to ignore. They were no longer just two dogs. They had become each other's comfort. When the gate finally opened, there was no hesitation. She stepped through, and the cuddling began right away. Duke greeted her with soft kisses, licking the sides of her muzzle as if trying to take away the pain himself. His touch was gentle, his presence calm. She leaned into him like she'd been waiting for that moment all along. For the first time since the accident, she had peace. As the days passed, her strength began to return. The vet gave the all clear. The muzzle came off. The wires were removed. And suddenly, she was free. She could move without pain, play without limits, and simply be a dog again. Her true self slowly began to shine. She was playful and full of life. Every small thing seemed to bring her joy. Running through the grass, chasing Duke around the yard, curling up beside him at the end of the day. She no longer flinched at movement or sounds. The fear that once held tight to her had started to slip away. And Duke stayed close, always watching over her. He walked beside her, rested with her, and protected her. Their bond became stronger each day, built not on words but on quiet understanding. Two dogs who had found each other in a world that had once been unkind. Now, she wakes up to love. She runs, she plays, she rests with her best friend by her side. The dog who once lay broken behind a muzzle now lives with her heart wide open. She was once a mystery, a stray with no name and no story. But now, she is home. And in that home, she is safe, loved, and finally free to be herself.